Good afternoon. I'm Theresa Mastrianni, and I am a teacher at Kingsborough Community College in Brooklyn, New York, and we are part of the New York City University system. And Kingsborough is a community college, and the course that I am going to talk to you about today is Textile and Non-Textile FM35, which is taught at Kingsborough in the Department of Business under the specialty of the Fashion Merchandising and Marketing program. The course that I'm going to discuss with you is taught to fashion merchandising majors as well as fashion design majors here at the college. I'm going to talk about this course. It is part of a Blackboard learning management system. Blackboard is set up throughout CUNY, and specifically here at Kingsborough, I'm going to show you what it looks like when I enter my page. The page that I'm showing you, there are a list of the courses that I'm teaching this semester. And in Blackboard, there is a setup for every single course that every teacher teaches during a particular term, and you can use it if you wish to, or if you don't want to, you do not have to load anything into it. But it's a very good management tool for storing content, for tools for students. It's a good way to engage student and teachers, and it could be a repository for you to put your course syllabi and class assignments. And some of the courses I teach are not hybrid type classes, and I just store the information there. But the course that I'm going to actually be talking to you about today is a hybrid online learning course where the students meet with me 2 days out of the week, and then the other day or the other time during the week, the students will in fact be engaged with online assignments. So this is how you enter the actual course, and what you're going to be looking at is what the page looks like when a student comes into the course. This is a hybrid course, and this is exactly what it looks like. So there's a banner as you open up the class, and you can see it has some textile swatches. It identifies the course the students are in, textile and non-textile, that I am the teacher, Theresa Mastrianni, and the course number, which is FM35. If you look to the left, you will see that there are various tabs. I'm going to have a little hand go to each of them: announcements, course information, discussions, course assignments, the final assignment of the course, tests, which is where students would go to actually see the tests, see my grades, which students could actually look as I have completed various assignments that they have. They can see my responses to them as well as the grade they received, office and contact information, which I'll show you in depth later, the PowerPoint slides for the class, so if the student should miss the class, they could see what we're covering, and then swatch folders, which is a very important part of this class because it's actually photographs of each of the various fabrics that we're going to be talking about, and then outside web links. And finally, there's the category for student Blackboard help that students would use if they were unsure about anything. So I'm going to start talking about some of the interesting aspects of this class. Before going through each of the tabs, I've been asked to discuss with you what some of the successes and the challenges have been. So this course was originally delivered as an independent class without any involvement in hybrid online learning. And so as a teacher, I would meet with the students in the laboratory and go through the swatches, show the fabrics, and the students would write various things down. And then a colleague of mine, Tabasa Berg, who works in the KCEL, Kingsborough Teaching and Learning Center, actually came up with an idea, and he and I received a grant for which we worked on taking photographs of each of the fabrics with a high-resolution camera, developing a template that would be very similar to the one that's used by the students with their book, and my doing a voiceover using Camtasia with various information about each of the various swatches. And then we did an overlay with that information also in the printed form for any students who had any disabilities. So it is currently available to anyone who takes that course so that they could see the examples in both written and also in subtitles. We are also currently using Camtasia to make this actual presentation for you. So it's been challenging. It certainly takes an awful long time to set up a class like this and to run it through and then make improvements upon it. And this will be my third semester actually running it as a hybrid online learning section. And I feel much more confident the third time around than I did the first, because it's challenging in the beginning. But with trial and error, you come up with various ideas that work well, and then some that don't, and then you improve upon them. So I'm going to take you through the course, and I'm going to show you some of the things that we've done. I'm going to start with the course information tab, and here there is a copy of the course outline, which I'm going to open up for you. Now, this is a course outline that I hand out to my students, and I'm going to come back to, we're on the student information page. I'm going to come back to the next tab that I'd like to talk to you about, which is the discussion board. So the first assignment here is to welcome the students to the class. And if this was a class that was totally face-to-face, students would, of course, during the first day of class, I would have them go around the room and introduce themselves to me and to their fellow students. But using the discussion board and having the students actually put up and upload an avatar, I have them do a little introduction of themselves to the class. So they identify themselves, their major, where they are in their semester. This is usually about a 4 semester program if they complete it all consecutively. What they would like to do when they graduate. Some of them never give any consideration to this, but it helps them to stop and think about this. What would be their ideal job? Do they know a company that they'd be interested in working for? And have them put up an avatar. Now, I'm going to show you a little actual video that Tabasa was nice enough to help me develop for the students, and it's linked to YouTube, and it tells students actually how to upload an avatar. So I'm going to show you this, and you can hear my voiceover.
Most of the hybrid and online classes at Kingsborough, your instructor will require you to set up an avatar, which is a picture of your face. It allows the instructor and your classmates to identify you on a discussion board, blog, and in your contact information. To upload an avatar, open the global navigation menu on the top right-hand corner by clicking it. Go to Settings, click on Personal Information. Click on Personalize My Settings. Check off Use Custom Avatar Image. Here you can upload a photo from your computer. It should be a photo of your face, and it needs to be set in 150 by 150 pixels. If you need to adjust the size of your photo, use shrinkpictures.com. The link will be provided on the bottom of this video. The purpose of this is to identify you, so make sure the photo is an appropriate headshot that clearly identifies what you look like.
The students really liked the idea of having some interactives in this course. It can't all be just the written word, and having this concept of the avatar. And obviously you saw from the video that Tabasa helped me produce, we were able to actually use my photograph, and then the students get the very general idea of how we use it in actually putting together assignments. One of the things that I do in the classroom is to utilize the PowerPoint slides designed by the publisher, and it talks about fabric, so it has a lot of wonderful photographs. It has information about what we're going to cover, and it allows students to, in fact, go through and if they miss a class, they can see, they won't get the full discussion, but they can see at least the topics that are covered. So that can be a very effective way to get that point across. The next thing that I want to show you is what we actually worked on for this grant, the swatch folders. So before I open up the swatches and talk about the fabrics, we did a little YouTube video to show the students how to take the information from the swatches and put it into the book. This is prepared by us to show students what to do with their swatch kit.
We begin with the Fabric Science Swatch Kit that corresponds to the textbook that we will be using. Next, you will open up to a blank sheet. You will see that it says Fabric Science Swatch Kit. The top part of this is where you will be taking the information from the audio and the PDF version of our course and actually filling out the information provided. The first swatch is denim. You will see the example here, and that is going to be attached at the bottom of the sheet, which is labeled swatch. We will do this using double-sided tape. I first put it on the back portion of the swatch of denim, and then we attach it to the actual paper. And then, when completed, you move on to the next swatch. That will be number 2, broken twill.
Each week a different set of swatches comes out. So the first week there's 12 swatches. There's a total of 114. We broke it down so that the students would in fact have 12 swatches to do on a weekly basis. As I said before, these assignments are due for them to complete every week, and they're due on Sunday. So they go through the swatches. We have a great photograph of each of them. It's in done with a high resolution camera. We also have a video, a voiceover using Camtasia that talks about each of the various types of fabrics. And here we have a description of what that says. So in the final 2 tabs that I'm going to talk about are the web links. And the web links give various kinds of information, the Wall Street Journal, Whirlpool Institute of Fabric Science, and I really like this one. There's one on Cotton Incorporated, the Office of Textiles and Apparel, the Woolmark Company, Synthetic Fibers, Spandex House, and Online Etiquette, which is one of the other assignments. But let's just go to Whirlpool Institute of Fabric Science, and the place where I want to go is Stain Assist. And I use this myself in my everyday life, where you actually see information on what to do if you get ink or pencil or whatever, and it actually connects you and tells you what to do and how to take care of a stain. And then finally, the Student Blackboard Help, where they can actually link in and it's a place where they can find any questions that they can have them answered. So that's really what it's comprised of. So that's an overview of our Blackboard Learning Management System here at Kingsborough Community College, specifically of my textile and non-textile class, and I hope that you found this informative. Thank you.